Carter and Hope proved why they're unfit to run Forrester on December 30. Bold and the Beautiful. They tried to prevent a scandal from happening, but failed to do the research. Hope and Carter's first few days on the job are rough, to say the least. The couple already made a huge mistake by allowing Katie to fire Electra without reason. When Hope was fired, she demanded answers. The fallout continued on Monday's episode of The Bold and the Beautiful. Crisis situation. During the December 30th episode, Will Crumaro got to the bottom of Electra's, Linnea Grace, firing. He wanted to know why she was let go without reason. Katie, Heather Tom, showed him the alleged nude photos of his girlfriend. She even went as far as to say she's not the good girl he thinks she is. At a quick glance, Smarty Pants Will knew the photos in question were deepfakes. Hope, Annika Noel, and Carter, Lawrence St. Victor, were present for the impromptu meeting. They were also convinced the photos were real, and they even asked Will if he was so sure. He had to explain to everyone that the photos were AI-generated. Finally, Ivy Ashley Brewer spoke out and defended her niece. She revealed that it happened before. Everyone in the room was shocked and dumbfounded, including Hope and Carter. They looked like they didn't know how to navigate this huge misstep. Essie's new power couple just stood there. They didn't take any initiative and didn't do any research. Carter and Hope should already know the risks and dangers associated with artificial intelligence. They should also know how to make executive decisions. This firing should have been called into question in the first place. Instead, they were too quick to trust Katie's instincts, even if she was wrong. Carter and Hope vowed to make things right with Electra. They want her to feel that Forrester still welcomes her. They should have moved forward by reaching out to Electra as soon as possible. Another misstep. No one launched an investigation into the deepfake scandal. They should have found out who was behind the mysterious emails, but they refused to take any further action. Hope and Carter are proving themselves to be terrible business leaders. On December 30th, The Bold and the Beautiful delivered a gripping episode that showcased the failure of two key characters, Carter Walton and Hope Logan, to prove they are fit to run Forrester Creations. Their actions and decisions highlighted just how ill-suited they are for leadership roles in the company. As the episode unfolded, viewers were reminded why Forrester requires leadership that is not only strategic but also rooted in integrity, experience, and foresight. Carter and Hope's mistakes, however, made it abundantly clear that they lack the qualities necessary to steer the fashion empire through its turbulent waters. Hope's vision, a short-sighted fantasy. Hope Logan's position within Forrester Creations has always been somewhat precarious. As the daughter of Brooke Logan and a prominent figure in the company, she has held various roles in the fashion world, but never quite proved herself as a powerhouse in the business aspect of Forrester. Hope has always focused on her idealistic visions of family and relationships, sometimes overlooking the pragmatic and cutthroat nature of the fashion industry. In this particular episode, Hope's focus on creating a family-friendly brand and turning her fashion line, Hope for the Future, into an even bigger success showcased her naivety. While her vision of inclusivity and kindness might resonate with the public, it doesn't account for the strategic risks and high-stakes decisions that need to be made to keep a company like Forrester afloat. Fashion is not just about being kind and personable. It's about creating trends, managing competition, and building an empire that stands the test of time. Hope's emotional attachment to her line, combined with her lack of business experience, left her ill-equipped to navigate the complex world of Forrester Creations. Hope's refusal to make hard decisions about the direction of her line was glaring. Rather than addressing problems head-on, she sought to placate those around her and maintain a delicate balance between her personal relationships and her professional duties. In an episode that required someone with the sharp business instincts of a leader, Hope faltered. She hesitated when it came to cutting ties with individuals who weren't aligning with her vision. In the cutthroat world of fashion, hesitation is a fatal flaw. Hope's idealism also clashed with the needs of Forrester Creations. She focused heavily on her relationship with her family, but did not take into account the fierce business competitors like Quinn Fuller and Steffi Forrester, who have shown a ruthless desire to expand their influence. Hope's failure to acknowledge the ruthless nature of her competitors is a huge red flag. Forrester needs someone who can make tough, objective decisions, not someone who prioritizes relationships over results. Carter's role, a shadow of leadership. Carter Walton, on the other hand, has long been a character who has fluctuated between being a moral compass and a man caught in tangled relationships. His loyalty to the Forrester family has been unwavering, but his judgment in recent months has proven to be inconsistent at best. His attempt to step into the leadership role at Forrester revealed his own personal limitations. Carter is a man of integrity, and while that's a commendable trait, leadership requires more than just honesty and loyalty. It demands the ability to confront and solve problems with precision and authority. In the December 30th episode, Carter's actions highlighted his inability to make swift and decisive choices. He found himself caught between Hope's dreams for the future of the company and the reality of Forrester's current standing in the fashion world. Rather than laying out a clear path forward, Carter seemed overwhelmed by the pressure of the moment. He allowed emotions to cloud his decision-making process, choosing diplomacy over strategy when it was clear that a firm hand was needed. Carter's blind loyalty to the Forrester family, while admirable, also holds him back. His desire to maintain the status quo, particularly when it comes to his relationships with Ridge and Eric Forrester, prevented him from taking the initiative to introduce bold, new ideas. Forrester requires a leader who is not afraid to rock the boat, push the boundaries, and make tough decisions when it matters most. Instead, Carter found himself caving under pressure, hesitating to speak out and take charge when it was required of him. This lack of backbone in times of crisis shows just how unprepared he is to lead a company that operates in such a fast-paced, high-stakes industry. Leadership crisis. Forrester's future in jeopardy. As both Hope and Carter stumbled in their attempts to steer the company, it became painfully clear that neither of them possesses the qualities necessary to take Forrester Creations into the future. The Forrester empire needs strong, confident leaders who can balance ambition with practicality, passion with objectivity. Unfortunately, both Hope and Carter's leadership styles are rooted in personal considerations that fail to consider the broader needs of the company. Forrester is at a crossroads, and while its legacy is steeped in fashion history, the current generation faces the challenge of maintaining relevance in an ever-evolving industry. The stakes couldn't be higher, and yet Hope and Carter seemed lost in the weeds of personal agendas. Hope's obsession with creating a brand that aligns with her values, combined with her inability to take risks, makes her unsuitable to lead a billion-dollar company. Carter, while loyal and honest, is too reactive, too focused on keeping peace rather than making the tough calls necessary for success. This episode made it clear that Forrester Creations needs a leader with a sharper, more dynamic skill set than what Hope and Carter can offer. The company requires someone who can unite the team while making bold, calculated decisions that drive the business forward. Whether it's Steffi, Ridge, or another powerful figure who can balance business acumen with vision, the truth remains: Hope and Carter are simply not ready to lead. Conclusion: a stark reality check. As December 30's episode of The Bold and the Beautiful demonstrated, both Hope and Carter have proven why they are unfit to run Forrester Creations. Their actions revealed glaring weaknesses that are simply not acceptable for a company as important as Forrester. Hope's idealism and lack of business acumen, combined with Carter's reactive nature and lack of strategic direction, made it clear that neither is ready for the monumental task of leadership at Forrester.